There's no greater opportunity to get close to God than between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which is called the 10 days of tshuva, the 10 days of restoring your relationship with God. When a person does a transgression and then he does it again, it no longer appears to him as a transgression. For example, you yell at your parents once, you feel bad. You yell at them a second time, you don't feel anything. You yell at them a third time, now you think it's a mitzvah. The spiritual insensitivity removes us from God in a very deep way. And during these 10 days, you can restore your spiritual being back to its original innocence and sensitivity. To give you an example of the spiritual sensitivity, imagine this. The Chofetz Chaim, the greatest sage at the beginning of the 20th century, fainted when he saw a Jew driving on Shabbos. Today, no one thinks twice when a Jew drives a car on Shabbos. To even raise the question, you seem like a zealot. Everyone has an area of their life they want to change, a part of the life they feel is holding them back from happiness and fulfillment. May I suggest that in the deepest sense, we have a longing for a spiritual connection to God and we don't even feel it. This is the most important thing holding us back. So feel the pain of how far you are away from God, how close you really want to be to God. On Yom Kippur, cry out to God, in a quiet voice of course, and when everyone's around you, that your deepest desire is to connect to Him. So just doing this is a tremendous force of tshuva, of return, of repentance. Another way to connect to God is to do a mitzvah right. Watch an expert do it. For example, people would like to stop listening to and speaking what's called lashon hora, evil speech, which means gossiping and slander. We don't know how to do it without looking too self-righteous. So watch an expert handle it. For example, there's a story of a rabbi, and he was sitting in shul, and someone approached him and started to speak lashon hora to him, evil speech, and that person was slandering another person. The rabbi turned to him and said with a warm and loving voice, and said, I have so many negative qualities of my own. Why do I have to hear about someone else's? One way to restore your sensitivities is to examine the foundations of your life. What am I living for? What am I doing and why am I doing it? Do I know there's a God, the Jewish version of God? Do I really know that the Torah is true? Do I believe the Torah is true? Do I understand the power of the Torah and the granddaddy of them all? What is being Jewish all about anyways? We need to get in touch with ourselves on a daily basis. The reason we lose touch with ourselves and allow ourselves to drift is because we don't take time every day to reconnect with our deepest desires and personal essence. We have to spend time alone every day and make it a habit to keep in touch with who we are and what we want and what we are doing here on earth. These are some ideas on how to access the deepest parts of yourself that are lost and can be regained during this most important time of year between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, so that on Yom Kippur you'll be able to connect to God like never before, which is what it is all about anyways.